Alright, so this is for Heeseung and Sunoo. So is there any past conflict between them? So the answer is yes. So this is about personality clashes, like someone is being dominant, attention seeking, which might have rubbed the other the wrong way. And they also have differences in ambition, but overall it's a minor friction between them. So who started the fight in the past? So it was Sunoo, as showing on the cards here. He have said something that caused tension or misunderstanding between him and Heeseung. And how did Heeseung reacted? So Heeseung was emotionally affected on what Sunoo said, and he tried to ignore it. And then this happened a few times in the past. And what are they arguing all about? So the other one is being impatient because he got triggered by a work setting, like feeling misunderstood and being emotionally overwhelmed in the work. So I'm seeing like not on time and being passive during work practice. So Heeseung is perfectionist here, and the other one got triggered. So Sunoo tried to be calm, and the two of them are waiting for the other to break the silence after arguments. Okay, so I'm also seeing here that in the past, Hybe also suggested that they would maintain some distance or boundaries on camera to ensure they are seen as professional and unified as a group, rather than letting any close bond overshadow the identity with the Six of Wands here. So in the past, Hybe would like Heeseung and Sunoo to like maintain professionalism in front of the camera, so the fans are seeing them as being distant at that time. And then Hybe also wanted Heeseung and Sunghoon to shine in front of the camera. It's because they have preferences. That's why they wanted Heeseung and Sunghoon in front of the camera. So the company also asked Heeseung to separate Sunoo and Nikki closeness in front of camera, or to stop in to maintain professionalism and to avoid public scrutiny. And then next we have another set of cards here that I pulled out. And at the present, Sunoo and Heeseung are both nostalgic and gentle to each other. So Heeseung is someone guiding Sunoo in terms of work and emotions with the King of Wands here. So he is like a mentor of Sunoo. So Heeseung feels competitive when he sees Sunoo evolving, but not in a bitter way. And then Heeseung is protective and possessive towards Sunoo, but not in a jealous way. So he feels possessive to Sunoo because Sunoo is rare, that gives him a sense of purpose in the chaos of idle life. So Heeseung has a crush on Sunoo as well, that's why he is possessive. And then Sunoo thinks of Heeseung highly, and there is respect here and admiration, and Sunoo is enjoying their bond without overthinking on it. So the overall card suggests that they are in a platonic relationship. And then so they are now close or interacting in the camera. It's because the company noticed that forcing distance was not seeing the group dynamic or public image well. So Hybe wants enhypen because it hypes the group's image that they are good friends. So Heeseung is satisfied and happy that they do not have too much restriction now in the camera. It gives I'm not complaining. So Sunoo is feeling overwhelmed over this, that fans are shipping him with Heeseung, and confused. And Heeseung notices it and he acts like nothing is wrong here. And then the reason why Sunoo is feeling confused and overwhelmed of shipping him to Heeseung because of unspoken expectations, and he's feeling drained from trying to maintain closeness or connection while also navigating their professional boundaries. So he feels like he needs to protect himself always, especially emotions. So Suno feels competitive with Heeseung. It feels like he is tired of being overshadowed. It's like, why am I still not being seen or recognized the same way? And this is related to their work. But Suno and Heeseung are still good friends, even though Suno feels conflicted inside of him regarding of their friendship and then the work that he has to maintain. Alright, so if we consider Heeseung's energy in this context, so especially in response to Suna interacting with other members, I'd imagine his reaction to be quietly observant and emotionally controlled, but with subtle flashes of jealousy or protectiveness, depending on the closeness of the interaction. So Heeseung strikes as someone who wouldn't show his cards easily, but he notices everything. So I wouldn't be surprised if he is curious and there's a hidden disappointment came up. So Heeseung more like watching from a distance, not interfering, but totally aware. So he's not interfering the connection of Suno from other members, but he is very much aware, and then he gets slightly withdrawn if he feels left out or replaced, and then he tries to be cool on the surface, but low-key annoyed or insecure if it's someone Suno is especially touchy or warm with. And then he's also defensive and then competitive and trying to hold one's ground. So Heeseung's reaction when Suno interacts with other members is likely protective of his position in Suno's life or their bond. And then he has this feeling that needs to assert himself, but not always outwardly, more like internally hype up or tense. So he might also be battling for attention or closeness, even if he doesn't show it openly. So he could be silently comparing himself to the other members or feeling like he needs to do more to maintain his closeness with Suno, especially if others are being extra affectionate or engaging with Suno. So yeah, Heeseung's energy here says, I see you with them, but I'm not backing down. Okay, so next we have Suno and Sunghoon. So is there any past conflict between Suno and Sunghoon? And the answer is yes, with the Two of Cups here and Queen of Pentacles. So they are used to be close friends, and then it got disrupted due to expectations and personal reasons. So what is this specific conflict about? So this could be about group dynamics or other relationship causing the other to feel neglected. So what is between Suno and Sunghoon at the moment? So they are currently supportive with each other and mutual respect, but they also have a set of boundaries to each other. So are they still friends? So yes, they are still friends, but not as much closer as before. So something they do fan service in the camera for work reason, but this doesn't mean their connection is fake. How does Sunghoon feels about Suno? So Sunghoon cares about Suno, but he is emotionally guarded. So he still have like a crush on Suno, but he is denying it because he doesn't want to feel disappointment, and he doesn't want to get hurt because it might affect their work and friendship. And then does Suno has a crush on Sunghoon? Yes, but he is not sure at this time, and it depends on their interaction. And are they like competitive with each other? No. So but with the Temperance card here, Sunghoon feels challenged when it comes to their visuals. And then I also see here that Sunghoon feels jealousy when Suno doesn't reciprocate to him, He's feeling insecure about Sunoo's attention or relationship with others, and Sunoo doesn't feel the same. So he feels jealous when Sunoo gets emotionally expressive to one of the members with a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini zodiac sign. Okay, so as for Sunghoon's overall vibe here with Sunoo, so he definitely sees Sunoo as special, and sometimes he created this situation on his mind that he and Sunoo are official, even though they have not spoken it yet. And then he sees Sunoo being close with others. He might internally disapprove it, but he won't show it emotionally. So he'll just lean harder into being composed, proper, or even distant. And then he might feel like this isn't how it's supposed to be. It's almost like Sunoo stepping out of their dynamic is a disruption to something sacred. And then Sunghoon is all about structure, expectations, and doing what's right here. So he may even feel a bit entitled to Sunoo's attention, or at least expect things to be a certain way based on their past closeness. So Sunghoon might think we have a bond with depth and history. Why are you out there being chaotic and affectionate with everyone else? So this is actually funny that Sunghoon thinks and feels this way, however Sunoo is just doing his own thing. Alright, so as what I can see here, Heeseung and Sunghoon likes Sunoo, but they are keeping it hidden. But there are times that Sunoo notices the reactions of his group members individually, or the way they interact with him sometimes, even behind the scenes, but he is not overthinking it. So Sunoo is not overthinking his connection with his members. He's just being dismissive about it and then enjoy the moment. So Sunoo likes Sunghoon, but it's not as the same as what Sunghoon feels. And then as for Heeseung, Sunoo admires Heeseung as his mentor, a close friend, but other than that, I don't see anything here that says Sunoo has a crush on Heeseung. So it's more like Heeseung has a crush on Sunoo. Okay, so that's all what I have here for Sunoo and Sunghoon and Sunoo and Heeseung. Thank you so much for watching this reading. Goodbye.